1993 is the year of change in the AFL. In real life, Gavin Wanganeen won the Brownlow medal. Michael Long won the Norm Smith medal. This is a year to remember in for Indigenous football. Nicky Winmar would be remembered for his contractual dispute with St Kilda at the time, and also he let everyone know that racism needs to stop. Also in 1993, there has been some changes. Richard Osborne has left Fitzroy to go to Sydney. There's consolation for the loss of Barry Mitchell, who went to Collingwood to be $1 million man. Let's see how 1993 will fare. Unlike compared to the previous year. And I forgot to mention the coaching changes. At the end of 1990, Brisbane had replaced Norm Dale with Robert Walls. Carlton had replaced Alex Jesaulenko with David Parkin. At the end of 1991, Colin Kinnear was stood down to Sydney coach to be replaced by Gary Buckenara. Kevin Bartlett would be sacked from Richmond to be replaced by Alan Jeans. Speaking of Alan Jeans, he left Hawthorn a year earlier to be replaced by Alan Joyce. Rod Austin was gone as Fitzroy coach. In came Robert Shaw. At the end of 1992, Alan Jeans only figured 1 year at Richmond is enough. John Norvey is now the new coach at Richmond, ready to rebuild their reputation for around about 1995, when they could potentially deal for Tony Lockett. Speaking of Norvey, his old club Melbourne had let him go from his services, as his replacement was Nord and Woodville West Torrens coach Neil Baum. Let's see how 1993 will go on. Still going. Let's check the ladder. Oh, well, Collingwood's got 327 on the board one game. Let's look at the ladder. Oh, wow. What's happened? Man, what a drop-off from the Eagles! They made 3 consecutive grand finals in 1990 to 91 and 92. Look how 1993's treating them. It's not treating them too kindly, as they will finish 13th on the ladder. And even worse, Fremantle finished ahead of them. I guess flag fatigue got to the best of them. While dead last is the Celtics with 4 wins and 18 losses. As they finished much worse off. As for the Swans, meanwhile, they finished second bottom in 1993. Need to get at least 20 likes on this video for me to do a part 2 of this series. As part 2 will cover the midpoint of the 1990s, from 1994 through to 1996. Anyway, back to the ladder. The Swans finished 17th. Man, look at what happened to Melbourne. Look at what's happened to the Demons. 1993 hasn't been too kind to them. They finished 16th on the ladder. The Saints will finish 15th in 93. Meanwhile, in 14th is FITZROY. Man, this is a down year for the Lions. Well, suggestions that a fire sale might be happening pretty soon. At the Roys. 13th is the Eagles. Man, what a fall from grace for this club. They've lost a fair bit of depth in their team. The injuries, also lost some members of their squad. That hurts. Very bad. 11th on the ladder is ESSENDON. This was the team that won the premiership in real life that year. With the Baby Bombers. Well, it's suggestive that the Baby Bombers aren't ready yet to take on the world. Hawthorn will finish 10th. As for CARLTON, meanwhile, it's been a lean year for this club. 9th on the ladder in 1993. And so the top 8 settled. The Tigers have made the 8. With John Northey as the new coach. 7th is Brisbane under the coaching of Robert Walls. North Melbourne are 6th under new coach Dennis Pagan. 5th is the Bulldogs. Geelong 4th. Port Adelaide 3rd. We could have a showdown final. Well, I reckon we're having a showdown final. Crows 2nd. Well, the Magpies, without the injuries, with no injuries, Armada Premiers. Let's see who wins this match. In the last game, it's Port Adelaide by 97 points. I bet by 96 points. And I'm correct. Showdown final is happening. Let's go to the team stats to see who led the goal kicking for each club. We start with Port Adelaide. The leading goal kicker, it's Scott Hodges with 78 goals. Jared Young second in the goal kicking with 71. Whoa, this is a dangerous forward line. Scott Hodges, Jared Young, and Darren Smith. This is a very good forward line. Geelong's leading goal kicker this year is Barry Stoneham with 70 goals. Although Gary Ablett kicked 120 odd in real life that year. Collingwood's leading man is Saverio Rocca with 69 goals for 1993. Hawthorns is James Warple on 66. Man, what happened to Jason Dunstall? Where is he? Oh dear. I reckon he was out. I reckon he might have been out for the year. I reckon he was out for the year. Carlton's leading goal kicker is Shane Smith with 68 goals. Fremantle's leading goal kicker it's back to being Scott Edwards on 55. Sydney's leading forward is Dale Lewis with 49 goals. 5 in front of Richard Osborne and 9 in front of Simon Mitson-Connell. Essendon's leading goal kicker is James Hurd, the new kid on the block, with 61 goals. North Melbourne's best goal kicker is John Longmire on 70. Adrian McAdam had a pretty good first year at the club with 35 goals. Fitzroy's leading goal kicker is Jeremy Gard on 54 goals. Well done, Jeremy Gard. The Celtics' leading goal kicker is a tie between Charlie Marlin and Wilson Keeble on 49 goals. After being rejected by the Crows, only played a couple of times between 1990 and 92, well, Shay Hiscock has had a season to remember. Played all but one game in 1993. What an improvement. Richmond's leading goal kicker is Wayne Herneman with 66 goals. Adelaide's leading man it's Tony Francis with 71 goals. FOOTSCRAY's leading goal kicker is Aaron Glasser with 66 goals. He's having a spectacular time at the Bulldogs. Brisbane Bears is Roger Merritt with 67 goals. St Kilda's leading goal kicker is Gilbert McCann with 60 goals. West Coast Eagles, they are led by both Jared Schofield and Peter Sumich on 57 goals each. Melbourne's leading goal kicker is Alan Jakovic with 62. Let's check out the 1993 finals. Who wins out of Collingwood or Geelong? It's the Cats by 54 points. As this could be the start of the end at the this could be the start of the end for Collingwood. Crows or Power? For 93, it's the Crows who go through to the prelim. The Crows, man, 1993 is looking like a great year for them. Could we see an all-South Australian grand final? FOOTSCRAY versus Richmond. The winner of this one is FOOTSCRAY by 131 points. Don't worry, Richmond. Things will look up in 1994. North Melbourne or Brisbane. And the winner is the Brisbane Bears. So that means the Roos season is over. In their first year under Dennis Pagan. Don't worry, North. You'll get better under Pagan later on in the decade. You'll get better around about 1994. You'll be back. And now for the next round. The Magpies take on the Bulldogs. Will Collingwood advance to the next round, or will FOOTSCRAY advance to the next round? It's the Magpies who get it done by 2 points. Maybe it's not the start of the end after all. Power or Brisbane? It's the Power who won the game, and the man who is the hero is Jared Young. He kicked the winning goal with 10 seconds left to send Port Adelaide to the preliminary final and to send the Brisbane Bears packing. The season night, making Brisbane having a plan for 1994. All will be question. I'll be asking the questions soon to see what's going to happen for 1994. As we got Port Adelaide having to go to Geelong for the preliminary final. Let's see who goes through to the big dance. It's Port Adelaide by 83 points as they go through to their 4th grand final in a row. I don't think fatigue's going to be catching up to this Port Adelaide team. They still got the talent. Crows and Collingwood, who will go through to the 1993 AFL Grand Final. Will it be the Adelaide Crows, coached by Graham Cords, or will it be Collingwood, coached by Lee Matthews? Oh no. We just lost! What? Screwed over again! The Adelaide Crows just got screwed over once again in 1993 like they did in real life. See? I guess Andrew Jarman must have cost him the game. We lost by 56 points to Collingwood! Collingwood! It's going to be the battle of the Magpies in the grand final. Port Adelaide and Collingwood. Could Port Adelaide go back-to-back for 1993, or will the Magpies get their foot, or will Collingwood snap their collywobbles as we go to the Melbourne Cricket Ground for the grand final between Collingwood and Port Adelaide? Who takes out the 1993 AFL Grand Final? It is the... Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Collingwood are 1993 AFL premiers. It's a disastrous 2 weeks for South Australia. Port Adelaide had the chance to win it. Don't worry, you'll get better in 1994. Anyways, for 1994, for part 2 of this series, in fact, the question is, how many people will be on the list for the next season? How many will Fitzroy have a massive fire sale going on? Who will they merge with? And what happens to the Celtics? Will they stay in Ballarat, or do they move somewhere else? Could Richmond make themselves a resurgence? All will be revealed in part 2 of the 1990s AFL scenario.